Hi everybody, I'm Michael. I'm a landscape architect and environmentalist, and today we're going to be talking about the Hoya Krimson Queen, this beauty right here. So, you ready to dig in? Let's grow! The Hoya Krimson Queen is very special to us because these babies here all were part of a mother plant that we had on our balcony, and mealybugs. And as you all know, those who care for Hoyas, mealybugs are like kryptonite to these poor plants. And she was overridden with it. She was growing so well up a trellis on our balcony. And we thought we were going to lose her, but we did a drastic measure of putting her, actually submerging her in our own alcohol, water, and neem oil mix, so we could kill every bit of every mealybug that was on our plant, because you know mealybugs will get in these little nodes, and you can take an alcohol with a little swab as much as you want, and sometimes the babies will still get away and they'll just reproduce. So we did this and it was successful. We thought we were gonna lose her anyway, so we tried it. But before we did that, we wiped down a lot of these, took cuttings from her, and all of these babies, all of these cute little babies came from our mother plant. And we'll show you a video of her. She's doing well. She's starting to grow back up the trellis. But we wanted to see if we could salvage her one way or the other. And so when we took cuttings, we put them in water. Here's one here that's growing in water. And we're gonna put her in leca, which is a semi-hydroponic. And you know, speaking of the plant characteristics about the Hoya, it's a vine, it's a succulent vine, but we found that some of ours, all of these actually here, can grow very well in leca, which is this clay pebble. And it has a water reservoir at the bottom of the cash well. And we've done plenty of videos on to that effect. So what we wanted to share with you is a little bit about the plant and the characteristics. And what's really cool about the plant is that it has these tricolors. See this beautiful red edge? It has this unbelievably pretty pink, not red, pink, with red margins. And other parts are just variegated, like this piece. So you have this green, this creamy yellow, and this pink. Just a beautiful plant. Other than the mealybugs, it's not a really much of a headache plant. One thing you'll notice is when they're happy, and this one here is very happy, we're glad we're doing this video right now, is that Hoyas send out these tendrils, it's a vine, so it sends out these tendrils, and these actually look like they're dead, like this is you may think it's like, what happened to the leaves? Well, this is new growth. The leaves will be coming out here at these inner nodes here, so these will all get leaves shortly. And this baby here was so happy she decided to flower for us, y'all. Look at these beautiful, beautiful lavender flowers. Aren't they adorable? Oh, she's so pretty. So we really, really are so happy that these guys survived. Not only survived, but they started thriving, because these were grown actually, you know, like I mentioned, outside. So we transitioned all of them inside. We quarantined them in a room. So because they had the mealybugs, after we did the dunk, to make sure they didn't get to our other plants. And then we put them in water. Took about a month for them to root, and then we put them in leca, and they just took off. And just so happy that this one started to flower for us. For lighting, this Hoya, the tricolor Krimson Queen, will like medium light, which is between 100 and 500 foot candles. And so that means like not direct light, but you want to be somewhere between 5 and 10 feet from a window if it's a west facing window. If it's a north facing window, you can be much closer to the window. If you have an overhang like we do, you can be right up against the window. And on a southern exposure, you probably want to be about 10 feet away if you're in the South Florida area. Further up north, you could probably get a little bit closer because the sun's a little bit lower in the horizon for you all. But for watering, if they're in leca, this is almost set it and forget it for a month. You put these puppies in the leca, and you fill the bottom of the cache bowl with water or fertilizer, and we had a week solution of 20-20-20 in our LECA, and we do that every other month during the summer for fertilizing them, and you don't have to water these regularly. For soil, for the tricolor grown in soil, you want to water them every 7 to 10 days. You don't want it to get too soggy though, so you want and then now we'll speak to soil, you want to have a good well-drained potting mix. You can do a potting mix, if it's grown outdoors, regular potting mix with cactus soil and a little bit of perlite. If you're growing indoors, be like indoor potting mix, because that controls fungus gnats. And you can put a little bit of cactus soil in there as long as it doesn't have any wood bark in there and stuff, because fungus gnats can get attracted to that. And you want it to be well drained, so you want it to not be too heavy, because this is a succulent, so it wants to be a little bit on the drier side. For temperature, this is not fussy, y'all. She can do well in AC between 67 78 degrees, no problem. Drafts don't seem to be a problem for her. We don't have a lot, but we have some solar fans that we circulate air to help clean our indoor air. And some of the ones that are near it, they're not sensing any ill effects from occasional drafts. For humidity, Hoyas in general want a little bit more humidity. They actually want to be a little bit warmer too, but the tricolor is totally adapted to living indoors. So she's doing fine with indoor AC, like I mentioned, and humidity of about 40%. And that's pretty much the plant care needs for fertilizer for soil. I talked about the LECA. To speak to that, you can do the same thing through May through September with a 20-20-20 added to your watering schedule. And you don't have to go heavy. You can go a little bit light on it, because they're not super heavy feeders, but we've gone regular strength with our fertilizer, and I think maybe they have been a little bit beneficial. But it's just such a pretty plant, you all. It's so pretty. She's so pretty. Just love them. And they're really not that fussy. The only thing is the mealybugs. And boy, if you see them, quarantine your plants, use that alcohol swab to do that. Spray them down with neem oil, and be on them weekly, because the babies can hatch, and you make it in between life cycles. And you want to make sure because mealybugs are, like I said earlier, kryptonite. It is really a horrible pest for this poor plant. So what we're going to do now is shift over to written care instructions for you, and then we'll come back and summarize at the end. So I unraveled her a little bit so you can see these beautiful flowers. And we want to thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, please just leave them in the comment box below. And until next time, bye.
If you found value in this video, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. We post weekly. Thanks.